Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ethan Gilman. Thanks for tuning in to 100.9 FM, or maybe you're watching this online, streaming live at WCMPradio.com. You can hear the band in the background. We're at East Central High School tonight for this Great River Conference matchup between the Pine City Dragons, who sit at 19-1, and the East Central Eagles. This is a big conference matchup tonight for these two teams, as this is for, or could potentially be for, a share of the conference title tonight between these two teams. Pine City is undefeated right now in Great River Conference play, but East Central has two losses. Their two losses coming against Bram just on Monday. A close loss to Bram, a 51-50 loss against Bram on Monday, and then a loss earlier in the year to Pine City. Those are their two conference losses. Of course, Pine City sitting with only one loss on the season so far. Tonight's a big one, folks. Again, if East Central can manage to get the victory, they will have a share of the title. We'll talk more about that and about these two teams when we come back. You're listening to girls basketball here on 100.9 FM, WCMP.
Since 1967, Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley, has been where to go for all your building projects. Let Gerald Schmidt help you with designing, remodeling, or any new construction. Schmidt Construction specializes in residential home building, agricultural, industrial, and commercial buildings. With expert advice on all of your building projects and ideas, when you hire a contractor to take care of your building needs, you can't do better than Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley. 320-384-7901.
Are you looking for support for your struggling teen? Introduce them to Treehouse Sandstone. At Treehouse Sandstone, we are on a mission to end hopelessness among teens in Pine County. We provide a safe space for teens to make connections and to talk about what is really going on in their lives. Join us on a Tuesday or Thursday from 6 to 8 at the Treehouse in Sandstone. To learn more or to get a ride, contact us at 763-486-3297 or check out our website at treehousesandstone.org.
M Health Fairview Clinic in Pine City can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, podiatry, and physical therapy. With early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone, M Health Fairview makes it easy to get the care you need. The clinic even offers same-day appointments for when you need care right away. Call 320-629-6721 to make an appointment or visit fairview.org/Pine City.
Farming doesn't follow an 8-to-5 schedule. A slow week is 60 to 80 hours. My land, livestock, and family rely on me. That's why I bought farm insurance from Auto Owners Insurance, because every policy comes with a local agent. A real person who lives right in my community, who I can rely on to help keep my farm covered no matter what.
Visit Pine Insurance Agency located in the Northridge Center today.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Welcome back here into East Central, the gymnasium, as we get set for this Great River Conference matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the East Central Eagles tonight. As I mentioned, the Eagles are 15-5, but two losses in this conference. That does not put them out of the conference title race just yet. Of course, they do have a couple more conference games after this one. They have 3 of them. And their last 4 games are all on the road, I should mention. And we are getting set here for the national anthem, so we'll let that play. We'll come back, we'll get your starting lineups, and we will finish with the pregame. You're listening to Girls Basketball on 100.9 FM WCMP.
Here, we listen. We engage. Through every stage of life, we provide compassionate care closely tuned to your needs and concerns. From surgery and physical therapy to specialty care and emergency services, Essentia Health Sandstone provides expert, personalized care for the people of Pine County. Here, we take care of each other. Essentia Health, like nowhere else. Call 320-245-5600 or visit essentiahealth.org to learn more.
Perry's Auto Salon in Rush City is your local specialist for all your auto collision repair. Perry's fixes it right the first time. Perry's will take care of all your insurance claims, making it a worry-free experience. Perry's Auto Salon offers state-of-the-art equipment, a downdraft paint booth, expert color matching, computerized frame straightening, and detailing. Towing and rental cars are available, whether it's a little ding or a big bang. Go to the pros at Perry's Auto Salon in Rush City, and you'll be driving home their quality reputation.
Good news! It's home show season. Time to get inspired and make life in your home even better. Great news! You can get $200 off on the revolutionary Kinetico non-electric water treatment system from Aquarius Home Services, your local Kinetico dealer, without even going to the show. With Kinetico, all those rust stains will be gone. No more white scaling or hard water spots. Just sparkling fixtures, softer skin, and drinking water you can trust. The best water of your life all starts with a free water analysis. Visit KineticoMN.com. Aquarius and Kinetico. Brilliantly simple.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley is your local food headquarters. They're here and ready to help you and your family put food on your table, only offering the best in fresh produce and the highest quality meats. They are a part of this community, so they care about you and your family and want to see you have the best possible grocery shopping experience. Don't forget about the Daggett's Deli. It's the perfect spot to pick up a quick hot meal. Make Daggett's Fresh Foods your place to shop for the highest quality grocery experience.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Parking lot potholes can keep your customers away. Ugly cracks in your driveway can bring down the value of your house. At Prefer Paving and Ready Mix, project size doesn't matter. Big or small, they pave it all. Prefer Paving and Ready Mix has delivered top quality blacktop asphalt paving for housing divisions, commercial developments, industrial parks, recreational projects, and city and county streets, as well as smaller projects such as residential driveways and parking lots. From quote to completion, rely on Prefer Paving and Ready Mix in Rush City.
Who welcomes change? Actually, we all do. We love it when the kids are done with diapers, and when the rash goes away, and when mom gets the new knee. That's the kind of new here as First Light changes its name. The new name is Wellia Health, as in welcome and wellness. And, well, what are you waiting for? Do stop by and check us out. Wellia Health, online at WELIAhealth.org. Live life well.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank & Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When Mora Chevrolet Buick says the deals are better here, they mean it. That's why they're offering Mora Chevrolet Buick's best price on a 2019 Buick Encore for just $24,570, or get 0% interest for 72 months on approved credit. Mora Chevrolet Buick is home to the Guaranteed Auto Finance program, and they have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in the area, so they will get you into your next new or pre-owned car or truck. See dealer for details. Mora Chevrolet Buick. The deals are better here.
Since 1967, Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley, has been where to go for all your building projects. Let Gerald Schmidt help you with designing, remodeling, or any new construction. Schmidt Construction specializes in residential home building, agricultural, industrial, and commercial buildings. With expert advice on all of your building projects and ideas, when you hire a contractor to take care of your building needs, you can't do better than Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley. 320-384-7901.
Are you looking for support for your struggling teen? Introduce them to Treehouse Sandstone. At Treehouse Sandstone, we are on a mission to end hopelessness among teens in Pine County. We provide a safe space for teens to make connections and to talk about what is really going on in their lives. Join us on a Tuesday or Thursday from 6 to 8 at the Treehouse in Sandstone. To learn more or to get a ride, contact us at 763-486-3297 or check out our website at treehousesandstone.org.
M Health Fairview Clinic in Pine City can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, podiatry, and physical therapy. With early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone, M Health Fairview makes it easy to get the care you need. The clinic even offers same-day appointments for when you need care right away. Call 320-629-6721 to make an appointment or visit fairview.org/Pine City.
Farming doesn't follow an 8-to-5 schedule. A slow week is 60 to 80 hours. My land, livestock, and family rely on me. That's why I bought farm insurance from Auto Owners Insurance, because every policy comes with a local agent. A real person who lives right in my community, who I can rely on to help keep my farm covered no matter what.
Visit Pine Insurance Agency located in the Northridge Center today.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Here, we listen. We engage. Through every stage of life, we provide compassionate care closely tuned to your needs and concerns. From surgery and physical therapy to specialty care and emergency services, Essentia Health Sandstone provides expert, personalized care for the people of Pine County. Here, we take care of each other. Essentia Health, like nowhere else. Call 320-245-5600 or visit essentiahealth.org to learn more.
Perry's Auto Salon in Rush City is your local specialist for all your auto collision repair. Perry's fixes it right the first time. Perry's will take care of all your insurance claims, making it a worry-free experience. Perry's Auto Salon offers state-of-the-art equipment, a downdraft paint booth, expert color matching, computerized frame straightening, and detailing. Towing and rental cars are available, whether it's a little ding or a big bang. Go to the pros at Perry's Auto Salon in Rush City, and you'll be driving home their quality reputation.
Good news! It's home show season. Time to get inspired and make life in your home even better. Great news! You can get $200 off on the revolutionary Kinetico non-electric water treatment system from Aquarius Home Services, your local Kinetico dealer, without even going to the show. With Kinetico, all those rust stains will be gone. No more white scaling or hard water spots. Just sparkling fixtures, softer skin, and drinking water you can trust. The best water of your life all starts with a free water analysis. Visit KineticoMN.com. Aquarius and Kinetico. Brilliantly simple.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley is your local food headquarters. They're here and ready to help you and your family put food on your table, only offering the best in fresh produce and the highest quality meats. They are a part of this community, so they care about you and your family and want to see you have the best possible grocery shopping experience. Don't forget about the Daggett's Deli. It's the perfect spot to pick up a quick hot meal. Make Daggett's Fresh Foods your place to shop for the highest quality grocery experience.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Welcome back here into the East Central Gymnasium. Bit of an extended break there as it is senior night here at East Central. Some of the underclassmen giving a beautiful word to the seniors. This is, again, senior night here for these Lady Eagles. Starting for the Dragons here will be number 3, Elena Steele. Number 11, Lily Wilson. Number 12, Meredith Calling. Number 15, Elsie Haas. And number 31, Ashley Fowler. Starting for the Eagles, it will be number 10, Grace Peterson. Number 13, Hope Lowe. Number 20, Bella Lowry Bowen. Number 22, Bree Walls. And number 30, Sarah Morrow. As we have tip-off here, and the Dragons win the tip. With it is Elena Steele over to Ashley Fowler. Ashley Fowler back to Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson hands it to Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas will drive to her left, then she'll hand it off to Elena Steele, who drives back to her right. She gets it off to Meredith Calling, who hits an early 3, and she will give the Dragons the lead. 3 there for Calling. Eagles have it. Down in the paint with it was number 23. That's Casey. Or excuse me, 30. That's Sarah Morrow. So she will get 2. 2 there for the Eagles. Lily Wilson now with it. She'll get it down to Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas drives in the paint, then passes it out to Meredith Calling. Meredith Calling over to Elena Steele, and she tries to pass it in to Ashley Fowler, who has that one tipped away, last touched by the Eagles. So the Dragons will hold on to possession here. Lily Wilson will inbound it. Looking for anyone to inbound it. She finds a wide open Ashley Fowler, who puts up the 3, and she nails the 3. Ashley Fowler here for the Dragons will hit the 3, and she'll get on the board now. Hope Lowe with it, then she gets it down here to Bree Walls, over to Sarah Morrow. Now to number 13, Hope Lowe, who puts it up, and no good. Rebound here by the Dragons. Elena Steele will drive down the court. She drives quickly into the paint. She finds a wide open lane, uses it. She puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded here by the Eagles. Bria Walls with the rebound. She gets it down into the paint to Hope Lowe. Lowe misses on the easy layup. And it's rebounded here by the Dragons. Meredith Calling. Calling up the court with it now. Passes it over to Ashley Fowler. Fowler down in the paint to Elena Steele. Elena Steele, great job at nabbing that one. It was a hard pass, but she managed to hang on. And she gets it now calling off to Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson tries to drive, but she has that one knocked away as she dribbled. Great job there by Gracie Peterson of the Eagles to knock that one out of Lily Wilson's hands, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Dragons. So the Eagles will have it now. Rhea Walsh was looking to get it in. She does to Hope Lowe. Lowe gets it down now to Bella Lowry Bowen. She passes it down to her teammate, Bria Walls, and that one goes out of bounds. Too hard of a pass, and it will be Dragons' ball. Wilson up the court with it for the Dragons. She gets it off here to Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas now to Elena Steele. Elena Steele over to Meredith Calling. Back to Ellie Haas, who's in the paint. A wide open shot, misses. Rebounded here. It's going to be a jump ball. Both players fighting for the ball. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Eagles. So the Eagles will hold on to will get the possession here. Inbound is in now with it is Bella Lowry Bowen. She passes it down here to Hope Lowe. Lowe back over to Lowry Bowen. Lowry Bowen gets a screen. She'll drive. Picks up her dribble. Gets it off here to Sarah Morrow, who hits the 3. Morrow with the 3 here for the Eagles. She'll bring this game back within 1. Dragons lead 6-5 here. Lily Wilson off to Fowler. Fowler over to Elena Steele. Elena Steele thought about the three, and she dribbles and has that one pickpocketed. The Eagles have it going up the court. They stop at about the half-court line, then pass it off here to Bella Lowry Bowen. Lowry Bowen gets a screen here from Bria Waltz. Bria Waltz backs off. Lowry Bowen gets it over here to Gracie Peterson. Gracie Peterson picks it up. Back to Lowry Bowen. Lowry Bowen looking for someone to pass off to. Then she dribbles. Points to where she wants her teammate. And there is a whistle. And it's a turnover. Turnover here for the Eagles. The ball will go to the Dragons. Lily Wilson receives the inbound pass. Takes it up past half court. Dribbles to her right, then she drives that way. She gets it off to Elena Steele. Elena Steele had trouble corralling that one before she gets off to Meredith Calling. Meredith Calling stops on her drive. Gets it off to Ashley Fowler. Fowler now to Lily Wilson, with Lily Wilson back to Meredith Calling. Calling over to Steele. Steele, she'll drive. Stops. Gets it back to Ashley Fowler. Fowler, she'll pass it, or excuse me, that's Calling. Calling passes it down to Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson drives, puts that one up, and that one's off the back of the rim. She gets her own rebound, puts it up and in for two. Lily Wilson does it herself off of the rebound, and she has two now. Bria Waltz, she'll get it off to Lowry Bowen. Lowry Bowen down to Peterson. Peterson back to Lowry Bowen. Lowry Bowen with a good fake there. She takes to the three-point line, and she hits the three! Lowry Bowen. She will tie this game at 8. Lowry Bowen with an incredible three-point shot. She made the defender miss. Lily Wilson was on the coverage, and she faked the shot, and Lily Wilson jumped on that fake, and Lowry Bowen made her pay. She drove about 5 feet to her left, stopped and put up the shot, and drained the three. Elena Steele now with it for the Dragons. She'll pass it down in the paint here to Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas off to Ashley Fowler. Ashley Fowler's three is too long off the back of the rim. Rebounded here by Ellie Haas. Haas off to Wilson. Wilson for the three. That one's long. Didn't even touch the rim. And it's rebounded here by the Eagles, Bria Walls. Walls has it. She passed it to Lowry Bowen. Lowry Bowen now to Peterson. Peterson, she'll take the short jumper. She misses, no good. No rim even on that shot. And Elena Steele takes it up the court for the Dragons. Steele drives to her right, then passes to her left to Fowler. Fowler fakes the pass left and passes right to Wilson. Wilson will pass it down in the paint to Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas, she drives, spins to her right. That one's no good. And they're going to call a foul on the Dragons here. They're going to call a push. So now each team has a pair of team fouls. That last foul was on Ellie Haas. Elena Steele checks out. Checking in for her is Sophie Lottie. Also checking in to the game is McKenna Nelson. Walls has it for the Eagles. Walls, she'll pass it here to Lowry Bowen. Lowry Bowen has it. She's double teamed. She passes it off here to Walls. Walls over to Peterson. Peterson back to Murrow. Murrow shoots it over to Low. Now tries to push it down in the paint to Peterson. That pass is intercepted by Meredith Calling. Calling over here to McKenna Nelson. Nelson out to Ellie Haas, and that one is no good, but she was fouled on the way up. So she's going to go to the line and shoot two. The first free throws of the game here for either team. And the Dragons get first crack at them. Ellie Haas sets up for her first. She puts it up, and that one is good. She sinks it. She gives the Dragons a 1-point lead now. Haas with her second of two puts that one up, and that one's good as well. So Haas hits on both of her free throws and gets this game back to a 2-point lead for the Dragons. East Central with it now. That's Murrow. Murrow down to Walls. Walls misses on the shot. No good, rebounded by the Dragons. Haas with it, down to McKenna Nelson. McKenna Nelson will pick up her dribble, pass it off to Lottie. Lottie, she will drive, pick up her dribble, then get it to Nelson. Nelson She'll drive to her right, pass it off to Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson to Meredith Calling. Meredith Calling back to Lottie. Lottie, she decides to drive. Still driving, and that one's knocked away, and it's out of bounds. Last touch here by the Eagles. I don't know if Lottie just mishandled that or if a defender touched it. I couldn't see it from my angle. But, of course, a defender did touch it before it went out of bounds. And the inbound passes here's to Lottie, and Lottie misses on that shot, but she was fouled on the way up. So she'll go to the line and shoot 2. Sophie Lottie now at the line here for the Dragons. She's setting up for her first of 2. Puts that one up, and that one's no good off the front of the rim. A change here for the Dragons. Elena Steele checks back in. Also checking in is Chloe Lind. And Ashley Fowler will check back in. So Sophie Lottie at the line for her second of 2. Puts that one up, and that one's good. So Lottie hits on 1 of 2 free throws there. And the Eagles now have the ball back. Lori Bowen has it. Gets it here to Thorvig. Thorvig down to Murrow. Murrow drives. Passes it back here to Walls. Walls off to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen, a rainbow pass here to Walls. Walls back to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen getting a screen here from Walls. Walls will now get the pass off the screen. She's double teamed. She's trying to get that one out. She does, but it's a little too far on the pass, and I'm surprised they didn't call back for violation, but it doesn't matter. Lottie recovers that pass, and she drives to the net, and she's going to be, I think they're going to call that on the Eagles. Yep, they will. They're going to call it a shooting foul. I thought that happened before she went up, but apparently it did not. Nonetheless, Lottie is at the line for another 2 shots here. Lottie puts up her first of 2. That one is no good off the front of the rim. That's what happened with the first one on her last time at the free throw line, and then she drained the second one. Maybe we'll see a repeat here. It's the ball. Sets up for her second of 2. Puts that one up, and that one is in. So much like the last time she was there, she misses the first, but drains the second. And now the Dragons have a 4-point lead over the Eagles, and that pass from Lori Bowen over to Murrow is just a tad long, and Murrow couldn't grab it before it goes out of bounds. Ball back here to the Dragons. Elena Steele with it here. She will pass it down in the paint to Sophie Lottie. Lottie puts it up for 2. She'll extend the lead up to 6-point now. Lori Bowen takes it herself and nearly gives up the ball. Now she passes it deep down into the paint here to Chloe Revere. Revere off to Murrow. Murrow, she passes it down in the paint here to Thorvig, and that pass is intercepted. Now Allie Haas, that is Elena Steele, down to Sophie Lottie, who had a breakaway. The pass was just a bit late, but as Sophie Lottie went up for the shot, she was fouled. So, no, they're going to say the foul happened before the shot this time. So they're just going to inbound the pass here. Elena Steele inbounding here for the Dragons. She inbounds it to Ashley Fowler. Fowler to Nelson. Nelson over to Lind. Lind back to Fowler. Fowler to Lottie. Lottie, she'll drive. She finds an open lane, then hands it off to Lind. Lind will pass it all the way back to past the 3-point line to Nelson. Nelson over to Steele. Steele to the left to Fowler. Fowler back to her right to Lind. Lind now to Nelson. Nelson to Steele. Steele down in the paint to Fowler. Fowler puts it up and in for 2. Fowler with the easy layup. And extends this Dragon lead to 8. Lori Bowen with it now, directing traffic on the court, trying to find an open lane. She passes it over here to Walls. Walls back to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen calmly taking that pass in before she gets off to Walls. Walls now to Revere. Revere back to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen backing up almost to the half-court line, then passing it over to Murrow. Murrow in the paint to Walls. Walls, she'll drive and then try to get it to Lori Bowen, but it's intercepted by Lottie. Lottie, she slows up, hands it off to Lynn, who will pass it to Elena Steele. Lottie thought about the 3, then she passes it down to Fowler. Fowler over to Steele. Steele, she'll drive into the paint, pass it off here to Lottie on the right side. Lottie misses a three. Rebounded here by Fowler. Ashley Fowler puts that one up. That one's no good, and that one's going to be rebounded here by the Eagles. Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen up the court. It's a one-on-one. She drives into the paint. Puts that one up. Right hook is no good. Rebounded here by the Dragons. McKenna Nelson. Nelson will hand it off here to Elena Steele. Elena Steele quickly up the court. She drives to her right. Settles it down. Passes it to Lind. Lind, now she'll drive. She faked her. She'll hand it off here to Elena Steele. Elena Steele. Her three's off the front of the rim. Rebounded here. They're on the ground fighting for it. It's going to be a jump ball, so possession will stay with the Eagles. Or excuse me, the Dragons. The Dragons will hold on to possession. Checking in for the Dragons are Ellie Haas, Lily Wilson, and Meredith Calling. 8:30 left on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. The Dragons have an 8-point lead right now. Lily Wilson inbounds it here to Fowler. Fowler, that pass is tipped, but she gets it off to Calling. Calling to Elena Steele. Elena Steele drives and hands it off here to Calling. Calling back to Fowler. Fowler now to Wilson. Wilson tried to pass it in the paint. That pass is tipped. Picked up here by the Eagles. Walls with it now for the Eagles. She'll take it up to the three-point line. Dribble, try to set up the defender. She's still driving here to her right. Now with it here for the Eagles is Murrow. Murrow, she'll drive. Tries to step back. She passes this one here to Chloe Revere, and Revere puts one up and in for two. Revere with a good shot there. So she gets her first points of the game. Shot is up and no good here for the Dragons. It's rebounded here by the Eagles. Up with it for the Eagles is Walls, and Walls is going to get a charging call there. A good idea, but the defender got there first, and she put her shoulder into her, and the defender fell, and that's a charge. So the ball will go back to the Dragons. Lily Wilson up the court with it here for Pine City. She drifts here to her right. She driving. Now looking for anyone to pass off. She passes off to Meredith Calling, wide open in the paint. She hits the two. Meredith Calling with two. Walls with it. She passes it off here to Revere. Revere off to Murrow. Murrow, she'll get it off now to Low. Off here to Thorvig. Thorvig back over to Murrow. Murrow looking for anyone to pass it off to. She gets it back to Thorvig. Thorvig at the half-court line nearly steps over, but she drives and nearly has that one knocked away. Now the pass is down here to Revere. Revere had a chance, but the Dragons' defense got on her too quickly. Lily Wilson with the basketball up the court with a breakaway. That one is no good up front of the rim. Rebounded here by Ellie Haas. Back to Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson puts up the rainbow shot, and that one's no good. Rebounded here by the Eagles, and we're going to get a push on the Dragons, so it's going to be Eagles ball no matter what. The rebound was by East Central, but a foul on the Dragons will make it Eagles ball for sure. Checking in here for the Dragons is Sophie Lottie in for Ellie Haas. An 18-10 lead here for the Dragons as we have passed the halfway mark of this first half. Murrow with it to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen just past the half-court line, directing traffic, gets it down here to Walls. Walls will just put up the short jump, but that one is no good. Rebounded here by the Dragons. That one just slipped off her fingertips, I think, and her teammate tried to bat it away, but it was no chance, and the Dragons take it up court. Lily Wilson tries the three. She misses the three, and that ball's out of bounds. Ball will go back here to the Eagles. Checking in here for the Eagles is Thorvig. She'll check in here for Murrow. Inbounds here, it goes to Walls. Walls will take it up the court. She's going to be double teamed here. She gets out of it. Surprisingly, now she drives in the paint, has a wide open lane off the backboard, no good. She gets her own rebound. She'll put it up again. That one's off the side of the rim now. Rebounded here by the Eagles. Peterson off to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen has it. Trying to set up the defense. She's just going to take a three in the face of a defender. Wow, no fear shown there by Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen right in the face of a Dragon defender puts up the three and nails it. 13-18 here. Lottie has it. Now she passes out to Elena Steele. Elena Steele with a sideways two-handed layup for the Dragons. Elena Steele with her first points of the game. Eagles now have it. Up for the shot is Peterson. Peterson, no good. Rebounded here by Walls. Walls has that one knocked away as she goes up for the shot. Elena Steele will take it up the court for the Dragons. She passes it down to Lily Wilson, who was wide open, and she is wide open for the three. She takes it, and she's good from three. Lily Wilson for three. Lori Bowen here off the Walls. Back to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen has a wide open lane. She fakes it. What a fake. And up and in for two. Oh my goodness. Lori Bowen taking control of this game herself. What a fake there by her. And then back on the other end for the Dragons was Lottie. She puts that one up and in for two. So the lead remains 10 here for the Dragons. Walls with it. She'll get it down to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen will get it off here to Lowe. Lowe back to Lori Bowen. Now back here to Thorvig, and Thorvig is going to be fouled. So the Eagles will inbound it here. Inbounding it is Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen gets it to Thorvig. Thorvig. She will drive to her right, stops, then picks it up again, hands it off. Lori Bowen back to Thorvig. She passes it off here to Walls. Walls steps to her right and then passes it back here to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen looking like she's trying to set up the defense. Drifts here to her left, and then she's going to drive, puts up a shot, and that one's off the rim. No good, but she was fouled on the way up, so she'll go to the line and shoot two. Lori Bowen here for the Eagles, leading them with 8 points. And, I mean, those 8 points have been right in the face of defenders. She is showing no signs of fear here in the face of traffic as she hits on her first free throw. Leads now 9 here for the Dragons with just under 4 minutes left on that M. Hill Fairview Clinic scoreboard. Lori Bowen puts that one up and in for two. So she makes 2 of 2 on her free throws. Now takes this Dragon lead down to 8. 25-17 Dragons lead. Just over 3.5 minutes left. Fowler with the ball for the Dragons in the paint. Knocked away here. Lori Bowen, who else, has it away. She puts it up to Morrow, and she mishandles the ball. Colling will take it for the Dragons. She passes it to Elena Steele. She'll take it up the court to the three-point line, then she drives to her right. Dribble through the legs, passes it over to Lily Wilson here. Lily Wilson. And they're going to say Lily Wilson touched it last. From my angle, it looked like it might have went off an eagle hand, but they're going to say it went off of Lily Wilson's fingertip. So it will be Eagles ball. Walls up the court with it now for the Eagles. Gets it over to Lori Bowen, who's wide open. Lori Bowen slowly drives her way past half court. Picks up her dribble, gets it over to Walls. Walls passes it down in the paint to Thorvig. Thorvig over here to Revere. Revere misses on the short jumper, rebounded here by Meredith Colling. Colling to Steele. Steele up the court with it now. She stops at the three-point line, gets it over to Colling. Colling passes it back over to Fowler. Fowler to Wilson. Wilson fake steps one way, then she goes that way. Passes it off here to Colling. Colling stops, passes it over to Wilson. Wilson down in the paint for Elena Steele. Elena Steele drives. She puts up a backward shot. I think they call that a granny shot in the game of horse, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Eagles. Walls has it. Now she gets it down to Murrow. Murrow with the Euro step. It's up and good. Murrow for 2 here for the Eagles. She has 4 points now. With it for the Eagles is Lily Wilson. They're going to say the foul came before the shot. So the basket will not count. That foul was on 23 Thorvig. That's her second of the game here. Wilson looking for anybody to inbound it to. She finally does to Elena Steele, who's about 10 feet past the three-point line. Then she hands it off to Colling. Colling drives. She puts up a no-look shot. Rebounded here by the Eagles. Thorvig passes it down to Lori Bowen. She has a wide open lane. She puts it up. Oh, and a rare miss by Lori Bowen. Rebounding here by the Dragons. Lottie takes it up the court. She's in the paint. She mishandles the ball. Gets it off here to Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson falls on her drive, but she was fouled. And that's going to be on Lori Bowen. That's her second of the game. So looking like she's going to come over to the sidelines here. She's going to get some water. Stretch out a little bit. We get a few substitutions here for the Dragons. Elena Steele and Meredith Calling check out. Lind and Nelson check in. So Lily Wilson is actually going to go to the line and shoot 1-on-1, as the Eagles are in foul trouble here late in this half. Rebounded here by the Eagles on the 1-on-1. Merle, she'll pass off to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen takes it back out past the three-point line. Lori Bowen pushes it over to Thorvig. Thorvig drives, hands it off here to Revere. Revere back to Thorvig. Thorvig over to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen backs herself in, and then she's going to... Actually, we're going to get a whistle here. A whistle. They're going to call a foul on Sophie Lottie for the Dragons. So still, the Dragons still have the lead here. 25-19 over the Eagles with a minute and a half left here in this first half. Eagles will inbound here. Inbound here is to Thorvig. Thorvig drives. She spins away. Passes it to Murrow, who's at the three-point line. She drives and passes it back to Walls, who thought about the three, then wisely takes the ball back down, then gets it over to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen, she'll drive to her left, stop, look for anyone to pass off to, and pass it down to Thorvig. Thorvig stops on her drive, puts it up. That was off the front of the rim. She gets her own rebound with the left-hand layup. No good, and it's rebounded here by the Dragons' Lottie. Lottie up the court with now under a minute left here in this first half. She'll just toss it here to Ashley Fowler. Fowler to Wilson. Wilson puts that one up. No good. Rebounded by the Eagles. Walls up the court with it for the Eagles. Walls passes it over here to Revere. Revere. That is... She had it off there to Walls. Walls no good on the shot. Rebounded here by the Dragons. Wilson up the court with it. 30 seconds left in this first half. Wilson, she'll push it over here to Nelson. And that ball was tipped, and it will go out of bounds. Last touched here by the Eagles. Lily Wilson will inbound here for the Dragons. She gets it here to Ashley Fowler. Fowler back to Wilson. Wilson trying to find someone in the paint. Good coverage there. She'll wisely not pass it. She gets it here to Lind. Lind will drive, then get it back to Fowler. Fowler back here to Lottie. Lottie to Wilson. Wilson will take it nearly to half court. 6 seconds left. 5 seconds left. She's fouled with just over 5 seconds left. 5.3 seconds left. So she's going to go to the line. Should have 1-and-1 that foul there on Cassie Thorvig. That's her third of the game, so she's in a bit of foul trouble here as we continue on late here in the first half. Wilson at the line for a 1-and-1. Makes her first. Actually, the defenders didn't move, so I think they're going to say it was a shooting foul. Lily Wilson makes her first. Makes the second. She now has 7 for the Dragons. That inbound pass is to Lori Bowen. She was wide open going up the court. And she just... The inbounder was Walls, and she just a little too hard on the inbound pass. Went right past Lori Bowen. It's out of bounds here, and now the Dragons will have it. Inbound passes to Sophie Lottie. Puts it up with under 1 second left. Sophie Lottie with the inbound pass. The bullet throw from Lily Wilson, and Sophie Lottie was in the paint ready for it. And that will bring us to halftime here. Your halftime score on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. The Dragons 29, the East Central Eagles 19. We'll hear a word from our fine sponsors, and when we come back, we'll talk about this first half and about how these two teams can go about winning this game. When we come back, you're listening to girls basketball here on 100.9 FM WCMP.
Parking lot potholes can keep your customers away. Ugly cracks in your driveway can bring down the value of your house. At Prefer Paving and Ready Mix, project size doesn't matter. Big or small, they pave it all. Prefer Paving and Ready Mix has delivered top-quality blacktop asphalt paving for housing divisions, commercial developments, industrial parks, recreational projects, and city and county streets, as well as smaller projects such as residential driveways and parking lots. From quote to completion, rely on Prefer Paving and Ready Mix in Rush City.
Who welcomes change? Actually, we all do. We love it when the kids are done with diapers, and when the rash goes away, and when mom gets the new knee. That's the kind of new here as First Light changes its name. The new name is Wellia Health, as in welcome and wellness. And, well, what are you waiting for? Do stop by and check us out. Wellia Health, online at WELIAhealth.org. Live life well.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here into the East Central Gymnasium. We're at halftime with the Dragons lead the Eagles 29-19 on your M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. In that half, leading the way for the Dragons was Sophie Latti with 8 points, followed by Lily Wilson with 7. For the Eagles, leading the way for them was Lori Bowen by a large margin. Lori Bowen, I'd say, is the player of the half right now for the Eagles. She has been fearless on the court. She has taken shots in the face of defenders, three-point shots, long shots. She has been all over the court, faking people out. She's been really good on the other side here for the Dragons. It's just been a team ball game. That's what they've done all year. They've been great at passing the ball off to anyone and everyone, and anyone gets their chance at taking a shot. And we've seen here that anyone can make it here for the Dragons. Again, the Dragons do lead here at halftime, 29-10. This one's certainly not even close to over. The Eagles showed early in that first half that they can stick with the Dragons, that they're a quick team. They can make the shots when they have to. They just got away from themselves a little bit. Turnovers definitely led to the Dragons picking up a 10-point lead here. So I think if the Eagles can clean that up a little bit, they'll certainly get themselves back in this ball game. And I think if you're Pine City, we've seen a couple turnovers. I think you might just want to slow this game down at this point. It seems like when you are able to get down in their offensive court, they're able to settle things down, pass the ball around, and really get their shot that they want to open up here if you're the Dragons. When we come back, we'll touch on the conference championship side of things when we come back, as this game has serious implications on that. You're listening to girls basketball on 100.9 FM WCMP.
When Mora Chevrolet Buick says the deals are better here, they mean it. That's why they're offering Mora Chevrolet Buick's best price on a 2019 Buick Encore for just $24,570, or get 0% interest for 72 months on approved credit. Mora Chevrolet Buick is home to the Guaranteed Auto Finance program, and they have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in the area, so they will get you into your next new or pre-owned car or truck. See dealer for details. Mora Chevrolet Buick. The deals are better here.
Since 1967, Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley, has been where to go for all your building projects. Let Gerald Schmidt help you with designing, remodeling, or any new construction. Schmidt Construction specializes in residential home building, agricultural, industrial, and commercial buildings. with expert advice on all of your building projects and ideas. When you hire a contractor to take care of your building needs, you can't do better than Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley. 320-384-7901.
Welcome back here. Ethan Gilman on the call here tonight for this Great River Conference matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the East Central Eagles. Let's take a look at this conference matchup because this one has serious implications on the conference title. The Dragons do lead the conference with 10 wins and no losses. They're undefeated in their conference. The Eagles are second in the conference right now. They're 9-2. Of course, their 2 losses coming against Pine City and Bram just on Monday. East Central's on a 2-game losing streak right now, so a win here could seriously help them turn things around. But on the conference title side of things, 9-2 certainly doesn't mean you're out of it yet. If you get a win here, you're one step closer to grabbing a share of it. And then you have, for the Eagles, 3 more conference games, one against Aiken on Monday, then Ogilvie next Thursday, and then at Rush City the following Tuesday. So 3 games here, and I think if the Eagles can win out, they'll have a good shot. If they can win out here, especially in tonight's game, they'll be 13-2 in the conference play. Why does that matter? Well, when we take a look at Pine City, not including this game, only has 3 conference games left. 2 against Onamia, 1 against Isle. And it really doesn't look like anyone in those conference games poses a threat here to Pine City and their conference title unless they were to fall apart, which I highly doubt we will see. The Onamia Panthers are having an up and down year, so they could pose a threat to them. And Isle, they are just having a down year this year. That doesn't mean that they cannot come to Pine City and pull off an upset, which would definitely help the Eagles. So again, if the Eagles win out, they will be 13-2 in the conference, and of course, they will be 20-5 on the season. But they would need Pine City to at least lose 1 more conference game to grab a share of the conference title. As I said, the Eagles play Onamia twice and Isle once. So if the Eagles win tonight, they would need Pine City to lose to one of those 2 teams. And it's going to be hard for the Dragons to lose any of those games because this is a very good team and they are very good in their conference. Of course, they're undefeated right now. So if East Central gets a win tonight and they can get Pine City to lose at least 1 more, they'll grab a share. If Pine City loses 2, they will get the win. If Pine City loses the rest of their conference games and East Central wins out, East Central will be Great River Conference champions. But again, that's going to be very difficult, and it starts with tonight's game. Eagles are down 10 here, 29-19 with the second half left to play. It's not going to be easy to overcome, but I think the Eagles can do it. They showed early there in the first half that they can stick with this Dragons team. They just got to stick to their game plan, not get too out of sorts, find a rhythm, get into that rhythm, and you got it. They have to not turn the ball over. That's been a huge key here for the Eagles in the first half is the turnovers because the Pine City Dragons have absolutely capitalized off of those. We're just about set for the second half to start here. Of course, again, you are listening to 100.9 FM WCMP.
Are you looking for support for your struggling teen? Introduce them to Treehouse Sandstone. At Treehouse Sandstone, we are on a mission to end hopelessness among teens in Pine County. We provide a safe space for teens to make connections and to talk about what is really going on in their lives. Join us on a Tuesday or Thursday from 6 to 8 at the Treehouse in Sandstone. To learn more or to get a ride, contact us at 763-486-3297 or check out our website at treehousesandstone.org.
M Health Fairview Clinic in Pine City can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, podiatry, and physical therapy. With early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone, M Health Fairview makes it easy to get the care you need. The clinic even offers same-day appointments for when you need care right away. Call 320-629-6721 to make an appointment or visit fairview.org/Pine City.
18 minutes are back up on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. The Dragons have the lead here in this one, 29-19, but the Eagles will start the second half with the ball. Lori Bowen will start with it here for the Eagles. She gets a screen from Walls. She passes it off here to Peterson. Peterson now to Lowe. Drives to her right, passes it off here to Murrow. Murrow drives back to her left, then tries to pass it off here to Walls, but it's stolen away there by Lily Wilson. She passes it to Elena Steele, and Elena Steele puts it up and in for two. Elena Steele with the score there for the Dragons, and she now extends this Dragon lead up to 31-19. With it for the Eagles is Lowe. Lowe passes it to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen to the left side of the court here. She picks up her dribble and passes it here to Walls. Walls puts up the two, and the two falls. And the two-pointer there for Walls is good. Now this lead is back within 10. Those are Walls' first points of this game. Ellie Haas with it for the Dragons. She gets it to Colling. Colling drives to her right, passes it off here to Fowler. Fowler stands at the three-point line, gets it off to Colling. Colling drives to her right, passes it to Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson on the screen from Colling drives to her left, backs up nearly to the half-court line, then drives back to her right, passes it in the paint. That was not the smartest pass in the world, but Elena Steele puts up the three, and it's no good. Rebounded here by the Eagles. Lori Bowen up the court with it, looking for a lane to drive. Doesn't find one, so she backs it out. Passes it down now to Murrow. Murrow drives to her right. Passes it off to Lowe. Lowe over to Peterson. Peterson back to Murrow. Murrow drives to the left in the paint, puts that one up and in. It bounces a couple of times on the rim, but it finally goes in there for Murrow. Elena Steele with it for the Dragons. She will pass it deep into the paint for Colling, and Colling gets fouled hard on the shot, and she will go to the line and shoot two. First foul for either team here in this second half goes on the Eagles. Number 22, Bria Walls. Colling at the line. She puts up her first of two. That one off the front of the rim, but it goes in. So Meredith Colling gets that one to fall. Now her second of two is in. 33-23 is the score. Dragons push their lead back to 10. Lori Bowen here. Pass off the Walls. Walls back to Lori Bowen. Bowen directing traffic. She stops. Throws it here to her right to Murrow. Murrow back to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen is double teamed. Smart there by the Dragons. Before she drives to her right, her left, and passes it off to Lowe to Murrow. Murrow into the paint to Walls. Walls will turn around, shoot it up. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded here by the Dragons. Elena Steele driving quickly up the court. Now pass it off here to Colling. Colling for the open three. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen quickly up the court to Murrow. Murrow off to Peterson. Peterson tried to put up the shot, but she was unable to as she was fouled on her way up. So Peterson with a great breakout run in the pass there from Walls, but she was unable to get the shot up as she was fouled hard. But Peterson will go to the line and shoot two. Gracie Peterson makes her first of two. Gracie Peterson on the board now for the Eagles. For her second of two, that one's way off the mark. No good on the free throw. Rebounded was caught by Lori Bowen, but they're going to, I believe, a lane violation there. So the Dragons will take over possession. Lily Wilson passes it here to Meredith Colling. Meredith Colling is defended hard there, and she gets slapped on the wrist by Walls, and that's going to draw a foul. You could hear that slap up here, and that was an easy call for the ref to make. That is her third foul now. So Walls will come out of the game for a moment. And Lily Wilson stepped inbounds on the pass. So possession now goes to the Eagles. So on the inbound pass, she stepped from out of bounds, inbounds, and you cannot do that, and that results in a turnover. With it is Thorvig for the Eagles. She gets over to Peterson. Peterson back to Thorvig on a rainbow pass. Now over to Murrow. Murrow, almost over to Thorvig. It was blocked there by Lily Wilson. She had a wide open breakaway, but unfortunately she kicked it, so the ball will stay with the Eagles. Thorvig inbounds it here to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen passes it. A one-hop pass to Thorvig, then back to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen in the paint for Peterson. Peterson off to Murrow. Murrow back to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen fakes the pass, drives, then pushes it out to Murrow. Murrow for three off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Thorvig. Thorvig passes it off here. Number 13, Lowe. Lowe hits the long two, and it's good. So Lowe with her first points of the game, and it's now a 33-26 lead for the Dragons. With just under 14 left on that M. Hill Fairview Clinic scoreboard. A foul called there on the the Eagles, number 10, Peterson. And Fowler will go to the line and shoot two. Ashley Fowler with her first of two. That one's no good off front of the rim. Fowler sets up for her second of two. This one is up, and no good off the back of the rim, but she gets her own rebound. Pushes it down to Ellie Haas. And they're going to say the shot is no good. The shot was up and in, but they're going to say the foul occurred before the shot happened. So the Dragons will inbound it here to Fowler. Fowler does steal. Tried to get it to Fowler in the paint, and it's stolen away here by the Eagles. Eagles Murrow has it. Now to Lowe. Lowe drives in the paint, puts a hook up, and it is no good, but a foul there will be called on the Dragons. Meredith Calling gets her second. Haas wants an explanation on the call. He thought that was their ball, but the ref says it was not. And Haas does not look too happy with the explanation. So Lowe will go to the line here and shoot two. That one is good. Lowe hits her first of two. Now setting up for her second of two. She puts this one up, and that one's good. And from back here, her free throw looks like it's got a bit of a curve on it. It starts one way and then curves it just a tad to the back to the way it started. But they are both in nonetheless. 28-33 is now the lead for Pine City. It has diminished here. The Eagles have done a great job of getting themselves back into this game. Ball was nearly stolen away by the Eagles, but it is recovered here by the Dragons. Ellie Haas to put up the shot. That one is no good, but she was fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line and shoot two. No, the foul occurred before the shot. So it is going to just be an inbound pass here for the Dragons. Inbound pass is to Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas drives in the paint, puts up the shot off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen up to Thorvig. Thorvig over to Murrow. Murrow drives to her right, well guarded by Haas. Murrow, she'll drive in the paint. No, it's stolen away there by Ellie Haas. And it was tipped off to Elena Steele. Elena Steele quickly around the defenders up the court. Passes it over here to Lily Wilson, who gets that one to fall. Lily Wilson with the 2 points there. Thorvig has it now for the Eagles. She passes it over to Murrow. Murrow all the way over to Lori Bowen. And Lori Bowen, oh my goodness. In an attempt to get the ball away from Pine City. She takes Elena Steele down, and it didn't look good. She looked like she may have accidentally got her arm around her neck there. Of course, not on purpose. That was pure accident, as she is just fighting to try and get the ball back for her team. Cannot blame her for her hard effort and her want to get the ball back. Of course, these teams playing very hard. East Central fighting for their chance at a share of this Great River Conference title. Lily Wilson at the three-point line. She drives into the paint, passes it over to Meredith Calling. Meredith Calling wide open for the three. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebound here by Haas. Haas misses. She gets it to Lottie. Lottie, no good on the shot. But a foul is called, and Lottie will go to the line and shoot two. Sophie Lottie at the line here for the Dragons. Her first of two is off the front of the rim, and then it nearly went in, but the side of the rim was not so kind as it falls out. Lottie, only a freshman here for the Dragons, but she shows a lot of promise for this team going into next year. Lottie with her second of two, puts that one up, and that one rolls in. Off the front of the rim, but it's good nonetheless. So she adds an extra point there for the Dragons. 36-28 is the lead. 12 minutes left on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. Peterson has it for the Eagles. Out to Thorvig, now to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen fakes the pass over to Murrow. Murrow back to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen for the three. She sidesteps, and that one's no good. Ellie Haas with the rebound. Now Lily passes up to Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson looking to drive. She passes it in the paint to Sophie Lottie. And, Lottie is fouled on that one. And I believe she's going to go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. And she will. So Sophie Lottie back at the line here for the Dragons to shoot a 1-and-1. Puts the first one up, and that one's good. So she makes the first one and has granted herself a chance at the second one. A timeout is called here, I believe, by the Dragons. The Dragons have called a timeout here. And while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Girls Basketball on 100.9 FM, WCMP.
Farming doesn't follow an 8-to-5 schedule. A slow week is 60 to 80 hours. My land, livestock, and family rely on me. That's why I bought farm insurance from Auto Owners Insurance, because every policy comes with a local agent. A real person who lives right in my community, who I can rely on to help keep my farm covered no matter what.
Visit Pine Insurance Agency located in the Northridge Center today.
Minnesota, it's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Welcome back in here to East Central, where Sophie Lottie is setting up for her second of two. She made her first one, and she'll set up to try and score the second one. That one is up, and no good. It rims out. So she hits on one of two there. The rebound is by the Eagles. Lori Bowen up the court with it quickly now. She drives in the paint. Euro step up, and good. What a play there by Lori Bowen. She does it all herself there on that one. She gets the friendly roll on the basket, too. She brings this lead down to 7. Lily Wilson with the ball here. She passes it in the paint to Coling. Coling, no foul call there. And the shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen up the court now. She stops after the half-court line. Passes it off. Here to low to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen off here to Revere. Revere puts up the shot. It's no good, and it's going to be last touched here out of bounds by the Eagles. Wilson up the court with it now for the Dragons. Defended one-on-one. She takes it, passes it off here to Elena Steele. Elena Steele dribbles, drives to her right. She thought about taking the shot in the paint, then gets it down to Meredith Calling. Meredith Calling to take the short jumper. Sophie Lottie with the rebound, and she's fouled on the way up. So she'll go to the line again. Sophie Lottie has done a great job at getting herself to the line tonight. She's about 50% from the line tonight. She'll look to improve that here as she sets up for 2. This one is up, and that one's good. So she hits on her first. Sets up for her second, and this one is up, and that one's good. So hits on both of them this time, and extends the Dragon lead back to 9. Lori Bowen up the court with it for the Eagles. Driving to her right. Passes it to her right to Lowe. Lowe to Peterson. Peterson mishandles the pass. She got up with it. Oh, and they're going to call a jump ball. I thought Peterson had full control of that one, but they're going to say they were fighting equally for the ball there, and a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Dragons. Wilson will take it up the court here. Looking to set up the defense, and she will. She'll drive to her left. Dribble. Pass it off to Elena Steele. Elena Steele will drive into the paint. Passes it down to Sophie Lottie, who puts it up and in for 2. Sophie Lottie with another 2 points there for herself. She has seemingly been everywhere and anywhere here for the Dragons. Lori Bowen has it here for the Eagles. She's now double teamed. She passes it in the paint, but it's intercepted here by Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas drives quickly, passes it over to Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson down in the paint to Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas will drive. She pushes her way back, and that one is no good. But she was fouled. So she will go to the line and shoot 2. Ellie Haas at the line to shoot 2. Puts this one up, and that one's good. Ellie Haas makes her first of 2. Setting up now for her second of 2. This one is in as well. So Ellie Haas hits on both of her free throws to extend this lead to 13 points for the Dragons. Walls with the ball here for the Eagles. She was double teamed. She passed it off to Murrow. Murrow, now she's double teamed. Murrow passed it off to Peterson. Peterson picks up her dribble, and that ball was to no one, but Lori Bowen quickly over to take it in, and she'll now drive, and she stepped out of bounds. It kind of looked like it from this angle. And she's upset with the call. But unfortunately, it's going to stand no matter what. So Lily Wilson up the court with it now for the Dragons. Wilson drives to her left, then back to her right. And I think a foul is called off the ball. So no matter what, the Dragons go to the line and shoot 2 because they are in the double bonus. So Lily Wilson at the line to shoot 2. Puts up the first one. That one is good. Lily Wilson now with 10 points. And Ted Haas, head coach for the Dragons, will call a timeout. And we will keep it here as it is only a 30-second timeout here for the Dragons. The East Central Eagles did a great job of getting themselves back into this game and taking away that Pine City lead. And then unfortunately the turnovers again started to pile up there for the Eagles, and they have just been unable to overcome those turnovers because the Dragons have capitalized on them on nearly every offensive possession. They've also now got themselves into a bit of foul trouble. 10 team fouls now in this second half, and that means that any foul now will send the Dragons to the line to shoot 2, so that does not help your team. So you got to be careful here if you're the Eagles. Still play aggressive, but just make sure you're playing clean. So you do not want to send the Dragons to the line, as they are very good once they reach that foul line. Ellie Haas puts up her, that's Lily Wilson who puts up her second 2. That one's in and good. 45-30 is the lead here for the Dragons. Under 10 minutes left in this game. Walls with it, has trouble getting away from Ellie Haas. She has great defense on her, and then she mishandles it, but Lori Bowen picks it up. And she's got a lane. She's going to use it. She drives and puts that one up and in for 2. Lori Bowen ends the scoring drought here for East Central as she puts that one up and in for 2. Wilson tried to drive that one into Ashley Fowler. She misses, and Murrow with a fast break opportunity, but Wilson fouls her on the way. And a bit of a football reference here for you. That's kind of like a cornerback who was beat by a receiver in football, and that corner just takes the receiver down and gets a penalty instead of giving up the touchdown. Lily Wilson there does the same thing. She just saves the points there for the Dragons. Murrow with it here for the Eagles. She passes it off here to Peterson. Peterson will one hop it here to Lori Bowen. Bowen down to Walls. Walls back to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen drives to her right. She tries to find a lane, and she did. And she put that one up and in, but the foul occurred before she put up the shot, well before. So she will inbound it here. Dragons now have 4 team fouls. That's okay. There's still 3 away, but that inbound pass was wide open for Murrow, and Murrow puts it up and in for 2. Murrow with the shot there as she scores the 2, and slowly trying to work their way back here. Elena Steele with it now for the Dragons. She passes it off to Wilson. Wilson gets the screen from Ashley Fowler, then she puts up the 3, and off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded here by the Eagles. Walls up the court with it quickly. She's got an open teammate who puts it up and in for 2. That's Peterson. Peterson did a great job of getting herself down the court for the breakaway pass and put it up for 2 on the breakaway. Murrow rebounds a missed shot here for the Eagles. Lori Bowen, the pass to Peterson was just high, and Peterson could not corral it. That was another breakaway pass that the Eagles missed on, and Peterson had a free layup that she could have had, but unfortunately the pass just a little too strong and just past her outstretched fingertips. So the Dragons will get the ball back. Ellie Haas with it now here for the Dragons. Fowler will put up a 3. She nails the 3. Ashley Fowler with the 3-point shot there for the Dragons. And she will extend this lead back to 12. The Eagles have it. That's Lowe. Lowe will put up the shot. No good. Rebounded here by Murrow. Murrow really just stood in place because that's how wide open she was to the ball. Lori Bowen waits for the defender to get to her and then drives with it. Elena Steele now, she's double teamed. She passed off to Murrow. Murrow guarded well. Then she gets it off to Lowe. Lowe back to Murrow. Murrow has that one stolen away by Lily Wilson. Lily Wilson thought about the breakaway pass there to Lottie, but smartly chose against it. Ellie Haas here for the 3. Ellie Haas drains the 3. Now a 15-point lead here for the Dragons. Walls was double teamed. She's going to be fouled as she breaks through that double team. Lily Wilson will pick up that foul. She now has 2. Lori Bowen inbound pass here is to Thorvig. Thorvig guarded well by Elena Steele. She gets it off the Walls. Walls will put up the short jumper. That one's no good. Rebound here by Coling. Coling off here to Wilson. Wilson takes up the court, drives to her right, and passes it in the paint to Fowler. Fowler back out to Elena Steele. Elena Steele for 3, and that one's off the back of the rim, no good. And a foul is called here on the Dragons. So the Eagles are 1 foul away from getting into the 1-and-1 spot. And that would be key for them, I think, to get them a chance at free points, as it is still a 15-point lead here for the Dragons. Walls up the court with it. Backs now away. Now she'll drive forward again. Backs into the defender, then puts up a shot. That one's knocked away. Stolen away here by Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas quickly up the court. Then she stutter steps away from the defender, passes it off here to Ashley Fowler. Ashley Fowler was wide open for the 3. That one's off the mark. Rebounded here by the Dragons. And I think they're going to call a foul there on the... No, they're... No, they're going to say the ball was last touched out of bounds by the Dragons. So the Eagles will have the ball. Lori Bowen up the court with it. She passes it off here to Thorvig. Thorvig down to Revere. Revere off to Thorvig, and that ball is out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Thorvig. So the Dragons will get the ball back. Lily Wilson quickly up the court. Her teammates didn't even know as they were still walking up the court. And then she backs out, calls a play, waits for it to set up, calls another play, waits for this one to set up, passes it off here to Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas down the paint, takes a short jumper. That one hits nothing but the net, and not in a good way, but it's rebounded by the Dragons. Lily Wilson has it at the three-point line. She drifts to her left, passes it off to Elena Steele. Elena Steele looks to pass it in the paint. That one's knocked away. That one was knocked away out of the hands of Ellie Haas by Walls, and Walls, unfortunately, could not corral it before it went out of bounds, so it will remain Dragons ball. Lori Bowen and Chloe Revere will check out here for the Eagles. Checking in is Lowe. And that passes to Fowler. Fowler puts that one up and in for two. Ashley Fowler on the layup. She now has 10 points. A whistle is blown, and a foul is called. That one is going to be on Wilson, so the Eagles get to go to the line, shoot a 1-and-1. Lily Wilson has her third foul now. Lori Bowen will check back in. She takes out Peterson as she checks in. Just over 4.5 minutes left on that M. Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. The Dragons still lead 53-36. The first of the 1-and-1 here for Thorvig is up and good. It's a long roll back, but certainly the Eagles are not out of it yet. Thorvig only hits on one of those 1-and-1 opportunities. And then Lori Bowen gets the ball on the rebound, and they're going to call her for a travel. Of course, she is displeased with the call. She's showing a lot of hustle out here, getting to the ball at will, and unfortunately, she took too many steps trying to get after that ball. In the paint here for Fowler. Fowler off to Wilson for three. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded here by the Eagles. That's Walls who will take it up the court. Walls quickly up the court. She drives into the paint. That one, an easy lane there for Walls, and Walls has two. Fowler fakes the three, then passes it over to her left to Calling. Calling passes it to her right to Elena Steele. Elena Steele in the paint to Calling. Calling spins around, puts that one up, and that one's in. A little kiss off the glass there for Meredith Calling. Helps her spin that ball into the basket. And the lead is still 16 here for the Dragons. Lowe passes it here to Walls. Walls with a reverse layup. Puts it up and in for two. Lowe with, that was Walls. Walls with the nice reverse. Shrinks this lead down to 14. That one is blocked. Rebounded here by the Eagles. Walls. Walls has that one stolen away. It's taken in, though, by Thorvig. Thorvig off to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen, she'll take it herself. She finds a lane. She puts that one up. Oh, she passes it off. And I think they're going to get a foul on Calling before she got that pass away. And Lori Bowen will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. They're going to actually call a foul on Ellie Haas. That's her third. So Lori Bowen at the line here for a 1-and-1. That one's up and good. Lori Bowen puts that one up and in. Now a 13-point lead for the Dragons. Lori Bowen, that one's off the side of the rim, no good. So this lead will stay at 13 for the Dragons, and that ball, that pass just long for Lily Wilson. She tried to corral it, but as she did, she dribbled it on the boundary line. So the ball will turn back over to the Dragons. And mounting it is Lowe. Here to Thorvig. Thorvig over to Revere, who has the easy two. Revere was wide open, and I mean wide open for that two, and she couldn't not take the points. She puts it up and shrinks this lead down to 11. Lily Wilson drives to her left, passes it to her left to Meredith Calling. Calling, she'll drive to her right, now into the paint. Pivots, still looking, and she passes it off to Wilson, and then before Wilson can do anything with it, Ted Haas will call a timeout here with 2.5 minutes left in this game. 55-44 the lead here for the Dragons. The Eagles certainly not out of it yet, as they have hit a couple threes in this game. They haven't as of late, but they have shown that they can hit them. Lori Bowen has made a couple of threes in the face of defenders here tonight, and I think if she can do that, she'll help her team get back into this one. But I think what they need to do is just stay calm, keep passing the ball off, keep letting their plays set up, and they can find themselves back into it. They've been on a good run here, and they've shrunk this lead now down to 11 from 16. This will be a good finish here between these two teams battling here for the conference. Of course, if East Central wins, they could possibly grab a share of that conference title. With 2.5 minutes left on that M. Hill Fairview Clinic scoreboard, Wilson inbound. She will toss it in here to Calling. Calling. Back to Wilson. Wilson over to Haas. Haas to Fowler. Fowler to Lottie. Lottie to Haas. Haas's triple team. She has that one stolen away. I think they're going to call jump ball. No, they're going to say she actually stole it away. So great job there by the Eagles. And they'll get this ball. That will help them immensely. Lori Bowen now up the court with it. She passes it over to Murrow. Murrow with the three. She nails the three! Murrow with the long three there for the Eagles. Murrow, a huge shot there for the Eagles to shrink this lead now down to 8 points. She had a defender closing in on her very quickly, but in the face of that, she just cold-blooded nailed it. This is now an 8-point game. This is going to come down to the wire here, folks. Lottie now over to Calling. Calling to Haas on the right side. Now pass over to the left side to Fowler. Fowler passes it here to Calling. Calling looking to pass it off. She gets it off here to Lottie, and that one's knocked out of bounds here by the Eagles' Walls. Very good defensive play there by Walls. She got a hand on it. Unfortunately, she would have liked to have gotten both hands on it and taken that ball the other way for a breakaway and had an opportunity at a layup. But she did what she could, and she got a hand on it. It goes out of bounds, and it will remain Dragons ball. Lottie inbounds it here to Wilson. Wilson, well covered. She gets a screen here, but the Eagles do a very good job of passing her off to the next defender. Lottie now has it. Calling. She'll have it. She has that one knocked away, but the foul is there. That one is on Low, and she's going to go to the line and shoot two. Now both these teams, the Dragons still in the double bonus. The Eagles are 2 fouls away. So Calling at the line here for the Dragons to shoot two. She puts her first up and in, and that one's good. She now has 10 points. 4 players for Pine City now are in the double digits here tonight. 9-point lead. Can she extend it to 10? She puts this one up, and she cannot. The rebound here is by the Eagles. Walls quickly up the court. She slows it down. She gets to the 3-point line. She stops. Pass it off to Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen just quickly takes a 3. She drains it! Lori Bowen! She has been automatic from that 3-point line tonight, and she will help her team get back into this game with 3 there. It's now a 6-point lead here for the Dragons. Wilson has a free shot. She passes it over to Calling. Calling back to Steele. Steal. Off to Wilson. Wilson, she's just draining some clock here to Haas, and Haas is going to be fouled hard there by Lori Bowen. Lori Bowen has to be careful. I believe that's her fourth. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2. I don't know if fouling there was such a good idea. You still have 57 seconds left, and your defense has been very good. They've been suffocating these Dragons players. The ref will go to the scores table to clear something up. And Nellie Haas will sit at the line and get ready for her 2 shots. She puts her first one up and in. Ellie Haas nails her first one to help extend this lead up to 7 now. Haas gets ready for her second. Puts this one up, and that one's good. So she'll extend the lead to 8 points now. Eagles have to get down the court quickly. Lori Bowen, she'll drive. She'll put that one up. No good, and that was an ill-advised shot. I don't think that was the best shot in the world to take there, as it was a long right hook shot. And unfortunately, the Eagles have to foul and send Lily Wilson to the line. 46 seconds on that M. Health Fairview Clinic. It's still an 8-point game. Eagles still very much in this one, as Lily Wilson will set up for her first of 2. Puts this one up. Rainbow shot, no good. Now her second of 2. And this one is up. Another high arcing one, but she drills that one. And it is now a 9-point game. Eagles still not out of it. Lori Bowen rolls it, and she passes this one off here. Whoa! And Lowe drills the 3! Lowe now gets this game back within 6. I think the Eagles now have to, now you got to start fouling. There's only, now you're under 20 seconds. You got to start fouling here, and they will. Oof, I think you went a little too long there if you're the Eagles without fouling. It's a 6-point game. I mean, you've been automatic from 3 here in these last couple minutes, and you take that long to foul. That was the 5th foul on Walls, so Walls will have to check out of the game. 53-59. Lottie at the line. That one up off the front of the rim, nearly went in, and it's no good off the side of the rim. So it had a bounce off the front, off the back. It looked like it was going in, and then it decided to roll off the side. She puts up her second of 2. That was off the front of the rim. Rebound here by Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas, oh my goodness, I think she was fouled about 2 seconds ago. But the refs could not see it. And she'll run away with the ball and drain a couple more seconds off the clock. And now she'll go to the line and shoot 2. Ellie Haas at the line here for the Dragons. Puts this one up and in. So that will certainly help her team, as she now becomes the 5th player for the Dragons in double digits. 53-60. She nails that one as well. 61-53, 16 seconds. Certainly not over, but you got to hurry if you're the Eagles. Roy Thorvig up the court. She's going to have to take a shot quickly. Fake this. Oh, no, that's going to end it, I think. 8 seconds left, 7 seconds left, 6 now. Lily Wilson is fouled. Unfortunately, Lori Bowen just missed the shot. She had a great fake on the defender there, but could not get the friendly roll. And Lily Wilson rebounds. Here, takes it down the court. And we're 6 seconds away here from the Dragons remaining undefeated in conference play. Lily Wilson, high arcing shot. Nails it. She will now push the lead back to 9 points here for the Dragons. Wilson up again, drills it. So now it's a 63-53 lead with only 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that's the final shot there. She drills the 3. Unfortunately, only going to dress up the final score. 56-63. The Dragons do win it A great final shot there by Lowe as she drills the three, but unfortunately that three brings them within 7, not in time though. And she will have a great final shot, but unfortunately her team does fall in this one, 63-56. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll recap this game. You're listening to 100.9 FM WCMP.
Here, we listen. We engage. Through every stage of life, we provide compassionate care closely tuned to your needs and concerns. From surgery and physical therapy to specialty care and emergency services, Essentia Health Sandstone provides expert, personalized care for the people of Pine County. Here, we take care of each other. Essentia Health, like nowhere else. Call 320-245-5600 or visit essentiahealth.org to learn more.
Perry's Auto Salon in Rush City is your local specialist for all your auto collision repair. Perry's fixes it right the first time. Perry's will take care of all your insurance claims, making it a worry-free experience. Perry's Auto Salon offers state-of-the-art equipment, a downdraft paint booth, expert color matching, computerized frame straightening, and detailing. Towing and rental cars are available, whether it's a little ding or a big bang. Go to the pros at Perry's Auto Salon in Rush City, and you'll be driving home their quality reputation.
Good news! It's home show season. Time to get inspired and make life in your home even better. Great news! You can get $200 off on the revolutionary Kinetico non-electric water treatment system from Aquarius Home Services, your local Kinetico dealer, without even going to the show. With Kinetico, all those rust stains will be gone. No more white scaling or hard water spots. Just sparkling fixtures, softer skin, and drinking water you can trust. The best water of your life all starts with a free water analysis. Visit KineticoMN.com. Aquarius and Kinetico. Brilliantly simple.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley is your local food headquarters. They're here and ready to help you and your family put food on your table, only offering the best in fresh produce and the highest quality meats. They are a part of this community, so they care about you and your family and want to see you have the best possible grocery shopping experience. Don't forget about the Daggett's Deli. It's the perfect spot to pick up a quick hot meal. Make Daggett's Fresh Foods your place to shop for the highest quality grocery experience.
Welcome back here into the East Central Gymnasium, where this game just finished up here. The Dragons do grab the victory, 63-56 over the East Central Eagles. The Dragons remain undefeated in conference play, and that will pretty much give them the conference title. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But first, let's go over the leading scores here for both teams. For Pine City, leading the way with Sophie Latti with 15, followed by Lily Wilson with 14. Then Ellie Haas had 11, Meredith Calling and Ashley Fowler had 10, and Elena Steele with 4. Leading the way for the Eagles was Lori Bowen. She had an incredible showing tonight. She made threes in the face of defenders. She faked out defenders. It was a great effort by her. Unfortunately, her team will fall in this effort. Also in the double digits here for East Central was Sarah Murrow with 11, and also Hope Lowe with 10. And as I said, this was a good game overall, even though the scoreboard says the point differential was about 7. It felt like it was a one-point game the entire way. This was really close. Both teams battled it out, really played well tonight. I think the turnover margin it did help the Dragons because the Eagles had a couple turnovers there in the first half and then early in the second half, which the Dragons capitalized on all night long. On all their offensive drives, they capitalized on those turnovers from East Central. Now talking about the conference title battle here. Again, like I said, this one pretty much wraps it up for Pine City. Of course, they still have 3 more conference games to play, so it's not out of the question for East Central to still get a share, because if the Dragons have some sort of fallout in their 3 conference matchups and East Central wins the rest of their games, they could still have a share, as both teams would have 3 conference losses. Of course, East Central now sits at 9-3 in the conference after this game. But again, it's still not impossible. There's still a chance that East Central can grab a share, but I think it's highly unlikely, as the conference opponents left for Pine City are Onamia twice and Isle. And Isle not having the best year. They are 4-16, and Onamia, they're having an up and down season. They have 11 wins on the year. But that doesn't mean that neither of those teams can't pull off an upset. They are probably going to be very hungry to try and upset those Dragons and make a damper on their season, but it will be very hard as Onamia will be at Pine City, as will Island. Then they will have one game in Onamia here for the Dragons. For the East Central Eagles, they also have 3 conference matchups left. They will be on the road for the last of their 4 games. So out of their 4 games, 3 of them are conference. All of them are on the road. They will play Aiken next Monday, McGregor next Tuesday, next Thursday, Ogilvie, and then to finish off the season, they will play Rush City the following Tuesday. So if they can win out again, they still got a chance, but it will be an uphill climb for the Eagles, who fall to 15-6 on the season, 9-3 in the conference. Back to the Dragons. Of course, like I said, they have 5 more games. 3 of them are conference opponents. 4 of them are at home. Their one away game is against Onamia. That is their second to last game for the Dragons. For the Dragons, up next, they will face a very good Proctor team who is number 3 in the state. That's right. Proctor, the number 3 team in Double-A basketball, will come to town next Tuesday to face off against the Dragons. That will be a very good game to watch, to listen to. Whatever you decide to do, I suggest turning into that one, as it shall be a good battle of some of the top teams in Section Double-A, or excuse me, Class 2A. Again, your final here in this game, Pine City 63, East Central 56. I'm Ethan Gilman. Don't forget to thank all of our fine sponsors, because without them, we wouldn't be able to come out here and bring these games to you. They're the only reason we get to come out here and broadcast these games. Once again, I'm Ethan Gilman. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Have a good one, everybody.